Hey, what's going on, everyone? Zach Dean here. I just want to give you some insights into a bit of an understanding around why I've now been fasting for 7 days. So this isn't my first fast. For years, actually, I've been practicing intermittent fasting, doing 16 to 18 hours of fasting to then 6 to 8 to 9 hours of eating window, and that really worked for my body. And over time, I got into working with a company that actually helped people with fasting. And so I've helped hundreds of people intermittent fast and do 1 day, 2 day, even 3 day fasts. And then my business partner and I 3 years ago did a 14-day water fast, less than 50 calories a day. And it was by far one of the most amazing and expanding mind, body, and spirit experiences that I've ever done. I didn't do it for weight loss. I didn't do it for, some aesthetic or external view. It was mainly on cleansing my system, refining my body, healing my body, and resetting my body. And then since then, which was 3 years ago, I've then done a couple of 3-day fasts, a couple of 5 days. And the reason I started this 7-day one was because, I don't know, it was just kind of like, my body just didn't want to eat, and it just felt so supported. And it was at a time where I've really dived into my podcast, doing the Men on Purpose podcast, and really diving into my faith around prayer and asking for forgiveness in different parts of my life, and asking for grace and compassion and abundance in different areas. And I think what happened is I'm leaving this business office here that we have here in the Gold Coast in 3 weeks, and I feel like it was like coming to an end, right? This is a chapter coming to an end, and my body and my mind and my spirit, I guess, just needed a bit of a rest and a reset to realign, re-aim, I guess you could say, to a clearer vision, a clearer purpose, a clearer mission. And so I feel amazing, right? Day 7 now. I'll be finishing the fast in like a couple of hours. I made some amazing bone broth, chicken veggie stew with amazing herbs, slow cooked, and apple cider vinegar and, amazing salt and pepper and stuff like that. Oh my God, I'm salivating already. But I'll tell you one thing, there's a process, right? You don't just do a fast. Don't just do 1 day or 2 days straight away. I would recommend preparation. I'd recommend a systemized approach to make sure that you're maximizing the detoxification process of your body, and also making sure that you do it within a certain time of the month where you're not around, I guess, birthdays, weddings, celebrations. So do it when there's time for you to reset and recharge. It's definitely a process, a spiritual process. All religious movements will do some kind of prayer and fasting and prayer. It's very powerful to build that inner conversation and relationship with God. And so that's definitely a massive benefit. But in terms of what I did, I ate very well for many, many months prior to this. And I've also got a bunch of supplements that help me with fiber and minerals and vitamins that help support my gut health, and probiotics, prebiotics. There's a certain structure and order and formula that I follow. So if you do want that, let me know. I can give you a bit of an idea on that. But anyone out there who's fasting, if you're feeling like you've got a foggy head, if you feel like you've got bad sleep, or not recovering quick from the gym, or you've got excess fat, or maybe you just feel like your digestive system isn't functioning very well, maybe you've got a certain disharmony or dis-ease in your body and you'd like to reset your body, the fasting is one of the best ways to do it. Now, men and women, there's obviously some concerns or considerations for women because a lot of their hormones are linked with carbohydrates, and that helps with their period and different hormones throughout the month. So longer than like 2-3 days is probably pushing it for women, in my opinion, but obviously up to you. I know many women who have pushed it even the 30-day mark. And then for men, I think this is a moral imperative as we strengthen our own resilience, relationship with ourselves. It's allowing me to refine my purpose, refine my plan, refine my thoughts, my words, my actions. It's and practicing the one amazing practice of abstaining from pleasure. We live in a world that's pleasure-filled, quick, fast, instant gratification, which boosts a lot of dopamine from social media, from calling up food deliveries with Uber Eats, or getting anything delivered, anything's like so fast these days. And every time we do that, it actually releases a lot of dopamine. Now, dopamine, when it's depleted, we have a higher tendency for anxiety, loneliness, separation. It reduces our problem-solving ability when our dopamine's low. We have less creativity when our dopamine's low. We have more agitation when dopamine is low, and more of an addiction to other external things like gambling or alcohol or food or sex or porn or work. And so a lot of people who have an addictive personality have a low dopamine. And so with this world that we live in, which is most of society's got, there's the two biggest illnesses are mental illnesses these days and also heart disease. And that's where the majority of our mitochondria are stored, which are the energy packs and cellular energy plants of our body. A lot of them are in our brain and in our heart. A lot of people are having heart disease or heart attacks. A lot of people are having mental illness, ADHD, Alzheimer's, memory issues. And that's because of many things: the fake light, the lack of nutrition, toxins in our food, heavy metals, not having the right proper nutrition, things like that. So anyway, fasting, one of my favorite benefits is that it strengthens your ability to it stretches your reward center and dopamine center ability. So what it does is it allows you to abstain from pleasure or the fast food things in life, and it allows us to reset our dopamine stores, so to speak. And so what that means is that when, like, for example, food will be a reward for me. I want to eat and have a reward, and I feel this like amazing pleasure, and that's great. But if we can abstain from eating, if we can abstain from those addictive habits, if we can abstain from things like social media and be in a really good routine and really be grounded in your body and decision-making process, this relationship we have with dopamine will be boosted. You have more dopamine, you have higher problem-solving ability, you have more perception of creativity, you'll be more clear with your actions. You have just so many benefits. For entrepreneurs or high achievers, this is one of the best practices you can get into, which is practicing abstaining from short-term pleasure and instant results or instant gratification. And so for me, that's probably one of my favorite benefits. Obviously, inflammation in my face has gone down, my digestive system is better, I feel strong. Even injuries that I've once had, I feel they're healing deeper in my body as well, because the process of autophagy is it recycles dead or mutated cells, not dead, but mutated cells that aren't functioning, and the body recycles them for energy. And so it scavenges around the body to then work to utilize those mutated cells as energy and recycle them, so to speak. So it improves your brain chemistry in terms of improving brain cells or boosting brain cells, so that when I do find the food next time, I'm going to be able to remember where that is. And so that's an evolutionary, I guess, addition to being human, is that when you stop eating, the brain is always looking for food. And so it boosts brain power. It also helps to cleanse out the body and the blood and the digestive system and the liver and the kidneys. So there's a process to do, to follow if you guys really want to maximize it. So I just wanted to share this video documenting my journey here. If anyone wants to learn about fasting, reach out. I will be launching a 1 to 3 day fast experience with a group of people. So if you do want to get in touch about that, reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. Send me a private message. And I'm off to prepare my meal and finish up my morning routine before my first meal after 7 days. So have an amazing time. Talk to you soon. And hopefully you found value in that video. Bye-bye.